Hi Gemini, this is Donatella, Empress of Swords. Welcome to my channel. Now, if this is your first time, thank you guys so much. If you're returning, thank you as well. I always love to hear back from you guys. So if this message resonates, please leave it in the comments. Please also remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. I love to see you guys, especially when I come back every month to do those readings. I love to hear back from you guys. So let me know if this resonates. Gemini, I see that in March, you're done contemplating. You've been doing a lot of contemplating for a long time. So from throughout the times, you've been actually thinking about the past a lot. But in March, you're going to stop dwelling. You were thinking about the past and thinking about all the regrets that you had, and there's been a lot of guilt that you've been going through, and that kind of pushed you into wanting to be back into the relationship that you wanted to be in before, because you were trying to get out of the guilt that you were feeling because of whatever happened in the past. So in your mind, in the distant past, you're thinking, okay, I know what I did wrong, or I know what this person did wrong. Whatever we could do to solve this, or whatever we could do to fix this, I'm willing to work on it, to do whatever I can do. And just about like really recently, about a week ago, something changed. Something completely transformed. And it could be too because there's a Scorpio in your life that's giving you some, and it doesn't have to be a Scorpio, but if some situation had died, if a relationship had died, you are definitely going through a transformation in March. March is going to be that time where something is going to completely change. It's going to be like this whole transformation. Man, I'm feeling like this heat right now, Gemini. You're going to finally feel like you're back in your power, and that's what you've actually been waiting for, because for a long time, you've been feeling kind of guilty for making this change and this transformation in your life. And I want to tell you that if it's for your benefit, Gemini, it could be a great thing for you. Because next week, in about a week from now, when you see this message in about a week, about that week, you're going to realize that your family life, your situation, if you've been single, or the way that your life is set up, or if you have some addictions, or if there's any toxicity, you want a better relationship. And this is what you're going to have in about 3 or 4 weeks if you're very serious about it. You're going to take a close look. So this is what I see. In about a week, someone's going to either go towards you or you're going to go towards them. And it's going to be very quick, out of nowhere. It's like this person that just you meet and they're like really pursuing you heavy on. So either you're pursuing them or they're pursuing you heavy on. And it feels like this in about a week from now. It's like you've been given the green light to go and it's fine. I think you were more worried that if you neglected your family, what would happen if you had went for this person. And you were thinking, okay, well, I was okay being single. But now you've realized that if you were single or if you were in a relationship, the person that you were with, or while you were in a relationship, maybe you were connected to something that was very toxic. Or Gemini, could it be possible that you're very addicted to an ex? And then now you've met someone else that is much more like a healthier partner, possibly? Or are you trying to be much healthier with your current partner now? I see a very romantic energy coming in, and it's going to be in about 3 or 4 weeks from now. It's going to be like a hot, heavy heat coming in. You may be considering having intimacy with this person. The only issue, though, Gemini, is that there could be some intimacy that you're feeling with this. There's maybe possibly a new person that you're considering in your life. So if you're in a good relationship right now, this message is not for you. But for those of you that have been single for a while, or that have been not happy in a relationship, if you're thinking about leaving this relationship to be with someone else, I just want to give you a heads up. Be prepared that if you do end up having some kind of like romantic getaway with this new person, you might be regretful that there's no emotions involved. So if you've been thinking about being like maybe romantically involved with someone new, just be really careful not to do that really fast. And if this is like a business endeavor, do not start it really fast, because we just barely got out of, well, right now I'm doing this reading around the end of February. So we're just barely getting out of Mercury retrograde. Everything's gonna, start moving really quickly eventually. But if it's an in and out energy in your life, you don't know if you can trust it yet, Gemini. And I know that you go back and forth from the past to the future, from the present to the past to the future, back and forth. And all of that has to match up before you're back on your next stage. You have to talk about where your emotions are not connected. So I see you doing that at the end, probably around the 3rd or 4th week of March. You're going to start expressing where your feelings are not connected. You're going to talk about what you like, your pros, the cons, what you expect, what you don't expect, everything that would satisfy you in life. You're going to finally start communicating it, because for a long time you felt like this vest was on you, and you couldn't talk, and it was covering you, and it was muzzling you, and you couldn't speak up because you were so scared to lose something. But you're starting to get a sense of like love for yourself. And when you have love for yourself, you cannot keep yourself quiet anymore. You're going to have to start expressing really what's going on inside of you. And if you've been giving a lot of love and you've been giving a lot of emotion and someone has not been reciprocating it, you're going to explain that to someone else, that you've been going through this feeling where you were trying to give love to someone and it wasn't reciprocated. And, it's feeling too much love is too much for you. And you don't know how to tell that to somebody else. You don't know how to express that it's really hard for you to receive love, because you were so used to having it so neutral that it was like that for a really long time. And part of this is that if you don't express yourself, you have a feeling that either you're going to do something mischievous against this person's back, or they're going to do something deceptive behind your back. And that's why you've been realizing that the communication is very important. But at the same time, at the same time, while you're going through this, you're starting to realize there could have been a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn that maybe had severed your ties with someone that you really cared about. There's a possibility that there's a person that is connected to your person that doesn't allow you to be with your person. And it could be another earth sign who either took your finances away or took your partner away, but something was taken back. And it's like it feels like something was stolen from you. Could you have been influenced to do something that you regret? And now you're thinking back on it? And it really affected your money to the point where you actually have to hold on to every single cent that you have now? And it's so hard for you to walk away. And that's because your intuition is constantly telling you that whatever you do, be careful. There's like a lot of guilt inside of you right now, I feel. And that's why you're in this position where you don't want to leave yet. You're in this position where you're just waiting. You want to move fast. Or either you or someone else wants to move fast towards something, but there could be an earth sign. Like maybe there's like a crazy ex that you're scared of, or maybe you have guilt, or your ex has guilt, something like that, between a situation, between whatever had happened between you guys. But you're just waiting right now because it's just too much paranoia to make any steps. I have a feeling that the energy is like locking you in. It's making you rest. If you've been thinking about taking like this next step or wanting to push forward, no matter what you do, the energy is forcing you to pause. No matter what you do. If you've been wanting to align with something, it's like forcing you to go exactly in a specific way. No matter how much you move around it, it's still pushing you in a different direction. You thought that it was other people that were hindering it. You thought that maybe it was this person, that person, this person, that person, this person. No matter who you got rid of, it was still going in the same direction. At first, you were telling yourself, oh, this person's being... Maybe if you're dealing with a lover that you wanted to be with, Maybe you were telling yourself at first, oh, there's other people that are influencing them not to be with me. But then you're realizing they're influencing themselves, because it's not even these people that are hindering them. If it's a love situation, you're realizing that there was no influence that was influencing someone else out of your life. It's just that the direction is forcing it to be a separate way. But what you don't understand is that the direction is forcing you to be happy. And it's really hard for you to understand that right now, because you don't believe it. That's the hard part, is that could you really be happy in this separate, different direction? I mean, you're a happy person without the person that you were dealing in the past anyways, even if you say that they made you so happy. Even if you think that they're going to make you happy. Even if you think that if you stayed, you'd be even happier. There's something about you that makes you even more happier than just being with yourself. What you're missing is your strength. What you're missing is that feeling of strength, of being able to be independent. Because when you see a bunch of different options and choices, it makes you really confused. And when you see those different options and choices, it kind of makes you feel weak too, in a way. And, you know, some people think that when they get so much attention from other people, that it would make them feel like more confident because they're getting more attention. But for some weird reason, Gemini, when you're getting a lot of attention, you get even more worried, because you don't know why people are doing this. You don't know if they want you for your money. You don't know if they want you just for some superficial reason. Like, let's say if you're good looking or whatever. Whatever the reason may be, it's just, if it's more competition, it's even more frustrating for you. You're just wondering, why are they coming even towards you? Because you're just trying to fix whatever is going on. There is actually someone coming towards you, but they're coming very slow. They know that you've been very hurt. They know now, if you're in a relationship right now, there will be an opportunity that someone wants to come help and save you. Okay? If you're in a position right now where you need some saving or some help or some savings or a job, or you want to be hired somewhere, or you want to get out of something, there is a seed that will be planted soon for your assistance. But it's coming very slow. This is something that cannot be celebrated yet. It has to come in slow, so that way you can appreciate it. I want to let you know that at the same time, if you get something, you're going to have to give something away too. So it's like you're gonna plant something in. It's like kind of like bittersweet, but at the same time, you're gonna be more financially successful doing it this way. Your family was actually gonna be a lot more happier too. There is someone foreign that you're gonna let go of. So if there was someone that was like, maybe they were a little bit more foreign than you, they were different. I want to say, like, this person was just, they could be like a different race than you, or they could be someone that's like different religion than you, or someone that just thought different mentally than you. You're letting go of that person to be with someone that helps you become and feel more like yourself, like the magician that you are. You're the kind of person that can manifest things and make them bigger and better. So if this is a friend that's coming along, or if this is a lover that's coming along, whatever it is, you're either going to pursue a better job for yourself, or you're going to pursue a better partner, or you're going to be pursuing both. It could be both too. Whatever it is, you're going to be giving up the person that is not communicating that reciprocal love. That's going to start being very important for you. You're going to want something that's reciprocal. Meaning you want that give and take, and the partner that you had previously didn't have that give and take with you, and you're going to want something that's more established for yourself. Because the person that you loved, they were like really business savvy, and that's what you really loved about them. And they were very fiery, they were very sexy, they knew how to get what they wanted. But the thing is that when they're not in love with you, or when you're not getting along with them, they are very sassy. They're very volatile. They're very flighty. You don't know if you could trust them. It's really like on and off, and you're wondering why. And that's because it's built on superficial needs, but the emotional needs are not being connected. And that's going to start making a lot more sense to you. And that's when you're going to realize, I don't want to build on something that doesn't make my heart and soul feel good, because it's going to put me in a lot of anxiety. And it could be possible that you're going to start realizing that like another Gemini, another Libra, or another Aquarius is not communicating the things that they should have been communicating. You're going to start realizing that the reason why they're not communicating the things that they are communicating is because they never wanted to be in the relationship with you in the first place. So if there was somebody that stopped communicating with you, you're going to break up that relationship that you had before. You're going to finally let it go. So that way you can actually have the desire. You didn't have the desire for something new because you didn't know how to let go of the painful past. So even if you stop talking to your ex, even if you stop talking to the, like, let's say you had problems in your job or the past or whatever the past problem was, you have to really let that go so that way you can have that feeling of desire for the future. So if you can't have that, like that luster for it, if you're still holding on to the past. And that's what you're realizing now, that you were really hanging on to something that was really dead, and you're going through a transformational stage right now. So I really hope that helps you, Gemini. So this is actually your reading for March. It's going to be very transformational. You're going to really feel lots of changes in April. And let me know if this resonates. I'd love to hear back from you guys. And hopefully I'll be back in April. Talk to you guys soon. Love you all.